Welcome back to the Naughty Corner podcast, ladies and gents. We are here back again with some more topics, some more interesting topics. I think you, Brendan, my good sir, wanted to talk about something, didn't you?
I mean, that's why we're doing a podcast to talk about stuff.
Well, exactly. But okay, what's your topic? What did you want to specifically talk about?
So friendships
Yes,
is
they suck.
yes, but I want to know what you would define as a friendship. Like, who can you consider to become friends? Like, can you be friends with your parents, or like, where would you place a friend in the friendship spectrum, if that makes sense?
I think when it comes to like a friendship, like my parents, because you said my parents, and I believe that they are on a different aspect. Is like because they're family, like they we come from the same genes, so it's kind of like
So you've been handing down like Levi's jeans throughout the family.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
But no, I think like just when it comes to like friendships, I think it's somebody that friendships and family are two different things. That's what I believe. Like family are people that that are like actually like biologically you have stuff in common biologically wise. Friendships, I believe.
Okay, hang on. Before you go into that,
Yeah.
you said biologically wise, you consider them to be family and not friends, right?
Yeah.
So do you think you cannot become friends with your cousin or your siblings?
I think if you won't consider them a friend, the reason why I don't consider them a friend is because they are family. I consider family more importance. Yeah, more importance than a friend. I guess you can look at it in a way of such that your family's your best friends, and the friends you actually have are just your friends.
Sounds like you're about to cry.
No, I burped. Okay, I was trying to hold it back. I didn't want to let out a massive like bulge of burp, but like, but I consider my family like my biological family. I consider them family. Like cousins and whatnot, they're considered family. Like, but people that I just met and we started hanging out, I consider those like friends. If I guess depends on how I feel about them after hanging out.
Okay, I want you to put these people in order of like least important to most important.
Okay.
Okay, so you got co-workers, friends, family, and best friends.
Family, best friends.
I said least important
to
most important.
I just mentally I was like, oh, most important to least. Okay, fine. Co-workers, friends, best friends, and family. So
okay, but then also in terms of when you're talking to your best friends, don't you normally tell them stuff over your parents or family rather?
yes, yeah, because I feel sometimes it depends on like, I guess the comfort level. If I feel more comfortable talking to my friends about something,
I guess it depends on the topic.
it very much depends on the topic. So if it's like, for example, if this girl broke up with her boyfriend, probably talk about she might
you would comfort her,
yeah,
and see if you could get in those DMs
right after her breakup, just see I can slide into.
I mean, that's when they're most vulnerable, aren't they?
Jesus Christ! Yes, it is. It's recommended you don't.
I've just been told that.
It's recommended you don't. It's recommended that you give her space. But yes, that's it. That is when they're most vulnerable. God, we're helping a rapist out right now. A future rapist. Jesus Christ. But no, yeah, like it does depend on the topic when you're talking with friends and whatnot.
So then, could you put best friends equal to family, or just below it?
Me personally, I would put them equal to family. Maybe slightly below, but definitely like it'll very well be close to family. I know a lot of people put family like at the top tier, and they're of like most importance, and it's like they're first. Like they are definitely the first ones. If there's someone's in trouble in their family, they go to them first rather than the friend. I know a lot of people who are like that.
Interesting. Okay.
How about you? Should I ask your opinion on the matter?
Well, see, I don't have any best friends.
Mm-hmm.
I have friends.
Okay.
Maybe. I don't know, I think. Because you're definitely one of my friends.
Uh-huh.
I wouldn't put you as best friends only purely to the fact that I don't know you personally, I guess. If that makes sense.
It's most likely. I remember you told me this before. Yeah, and yeah, it's because I guess we're online. I would assume
Yeah.
mostly.
Like, even though you've shown me pictures and I've got you on Instagram and shit, I still don't know who the fuck you are.
Yeah. Yeah, you
Like,
don't know
you
me
could still
personally.
be a 40-year-old man. Just taking pictures of this random, like, 18-year-old kid.
Dude, if I would be impressed with myself if I was like a 40-year-old man. If I managed to trick you this entire time, like for the entire
Yeah, but see,
like,
I
year
don't
and a
fully
half.
trust you anyway. I still don't fully trust you.
You don't
with
trust me?
most things. Like, in terms of, I never trust anyone.
Would you trust me to
I've learnt
have
over
sex
my
with
life.
your imaginary sister? Huh?
My imaginary
Exactly.
sister. See, the thing is, if I said the exact same thing, I would get in big trouble.
With my imaginary sister,
Um,
I'll trust you.
Oh, yeah, if she was imaginary, but sadly she's not.
No, but not with my
Oh.
real sister.
But no, so, yeah, I would probably, coworkers and friends I would probably put on the same level,
Mm-hmm.
in my opinion, because I know when I go to work, I would typically talk about, I guess, the same things I would normally talk about with you in some instances, like you talk about like games and
Yeah.
other stuff.
Yeah.
And then I would put family and then best friends,
Mm-hmm.
because I never tell my parents anything.
All right.
So I would probably, if I ever got a best friend, I would probably tell them more than my parents.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I believe that that's mostly the way I see it is that might die out. You might tell your parents more and more when you grow up, just depending on the relationship you have with your parents. But I think
It all depends on your relationships and how well you can get along
uh-huh.
with the people that you came out of.
But I think it's also, I would consider that like mostly like a teenager thing, where you tell your
Okay.
friends more.
I'm sorry, can you guys hear the rain? I think my microphone's picking up the rain.
Hey, it's good, man. It's calming. You're putting our audience to sleep. You fuck.
No, you're doing that all by yourself with your voice.
I am. Okay. All right, you bastard. But no. I definitely.
I just like to apologize for anyone listening that can hear my rain and not my rain sucking
Were you God?
the rain coming from hitting my window. Sorry.
But I definitely think that like trusting your friends more, and talking to your friends more than your own parents, I think that definitely is like a teenage thing. That's what I believe.
You think?
I believe that. I believe we would grow out of it. I think, like I said before,
But
yeah.
it's like you wouldn't have your dad at your wedding as your best man.
No, that's true. Yeah, but I think, well, it's not possible, is it? That's not possible.
Why couldn't that be possible?
Because the dad plays a different role, doesn't it? Doesn't he?
Not the groom's dad. The groom's dad does fuck all.
Has anybody ever done that, actually? I'm curious.
I'm sure there's been cases, especially in like Southern America.
Then people think, damn, this guy's lonely. Oh, what the
Or they
hell?
just have a very good relationship with their dad.
Or that too.
you know?
That too. But like,
What is the role of a best man anyway? They're just there.
give a speech. I think
That's
it's
it.
kind of like required somewhat to like give a speech. I don't know, dude. I wanted to go to my cousin's wedding, but we couldn't because of Corona, and they wouldn't let us. So I
Corona didn't let you.
Corona didn't let me. But I think the best man. I think really they just don't they just like say a speech and just say embarrassing and like heartwarming stories about the man, the groom.
I guess, but then you would have to know them for a while.
Yeah. Yeah, well,
That's why your dad would be the best option.
Yeah, but also show like that you're lonely.
Unless you're black and your dad's left you. But
Okay.
other than
Okay. Or Mexican. Anyways,
is that a thing in Mexican culture? Like, is it like a stereotype?
I think partially. I would assume so.
I've only ever heard like black people's dads leaving.
I would assume. By the way, I'm Hispanic, half Mexican, half American, so I'm allowed to make fun of my own culture.
No, I feel like you can make fun of anyone's culture as long as you're not demeaning towards one person. If that makes sense, or like directly to someone.
I guess. I mean that I think that probably is how it should be, but how today's culture is now, I doubt that will.
Wait, people are getting cancelled left, right, and center, fam.
I don't think people would appreciate like that in today's culture. Like just like in general, like just speaking in general about like stereotypes like that. That's what I think.
I mean, there's been lots of like, I hate it when like cancel culture right now is basically bringing up shit people have said in the past.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, it's in the past. It's in a time where people are less sensitive and, should be right now, in my opinion. But bringing up things from the past to ruin someone's career now just sounds kind of silly, unless it's like something like if it's like racially bad, I feel that's okay. If it's like a racial, what do you call it, insult towards a culture, or like making fun of a culture, I feel that's okay if they brought that up from the past. You sure, you can apologize for it, but don't like ruin someone's career over it. If it's something like what Shane Dawson did, like pedophilia stuff, that's different.
But that's
in my opinion.
Pedophilia is not racial like.
That's what I'm trying to say. But people like, what's his name, David Dobrik. He posted a video of himself. I don't know which social media, but he like apparently had been working on getting like this Iron Man suit.
Mm-hmm.
That had like a full working mask that opened up and down and shit. And then everyone in the comments were just saying like, this is just to hide your racial stuff that you said in the past, blah, 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 because people were just going on about that.
Wait, what? This is a video about his the quote-unquote Iron Man suit that he has.
Yeah.
That he's using, and people are bringing up racial stuff.
It's because apparently people think that he's doing this to hide the fact that, because apparently his apology of what he said in the past with his racial stuff was not acceptable by some people, and they thought that he was using this cool Iron Man thing, that he would think people, oh, he's got a cool Iron Man suit, they'll just forget about his racist stuff. So they started typing in the comments saying, don't like something like, don't forget what you did in the past, blah 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 blah.
Wait,
cancel.
How far was this in the past, like the apology video? Because if they're talking about something that's like over years ago, and this
I don't know how. I think the apology was like this year or last year. Because I know Eliza, is that his ex-girlfriend, Eliza Koshy?
Yeah, something around that.
Yeah, they broke up, but like they did a video together to apologize for what they did in the past. So it must have been recently, because they only broke up like last year. I think.
Oh, okay. Well,
but yeah, they apologized, but people just didn't agree with their apology because apparently it wasn't sincere enough for some people.
Dude, I honestly sometimes don't even trust like those types of people, like the people who.
What do you mean you don't trust them?
Cause they're fucking rich, and it's like,
oh, you mean the content creators?
Yeah, those type of content creators. Like sometimes I don't trust them because like they're rich. I mean, they have like a strong fan base, and I'm sure like even though probably like 100K people will be like, ah, fuck this guy's racist. There's still probably going to be like millions of people who are still going to be on their side, even though, and I feel like even though they're racist, like it won't have an effect, and they're still going to be making like hella like a lot of money off of.
I mean, yeah, but
every
I still
video.
don't get what you mean by you don't trust them. Like,
I don't trust them in the fact with like some of their apologies. Like, do they actually mean it?
oh, like,
Yeah, sorry. I don't
okay.
trust like their apologies. Like, do they actually mean it, or do they like are they just like spitting shit out of their ass, and just like,
Because the thing is, if
thinking,
they don't apologize, then it probably just gets worse.
yeah. But are their apologies actually sincere? I don't trust that. Some of their apologies are just like bull crap. I believe.
I mean, yeah, there's definitely like some actors out there that pretend to cry and whatnot.
Yeah, they grab some like fucking eye drops and just sprinkle
I
it.
was thinking ice, just melt some ice on your
Oh,
face to make it look like you're crying.
the PewDiePie makes fun of this a lot. Just pours eye drops on his fucking
Yeah, but
eye.
that's just because. Oh, I thought you meant he makes fun of apology videos.
Oh no, that he like pours eye drops on his eyes, act as if he's crying whenever he's making fun of certain stuff. But
I like how like people just he's become so popular now that people just can't get him for saying the N word. Cause like remember he said like the N word like ages
oh
ago,
yeah, over a bridge, over
but people
punches.
just don't give a fuck anymore.
No,
Because his
yeah.
9-year-old army's too big.
I think I think people like still make memes of it, and
Oh yeah,
now
I'm sure.
he just laughs over it. Like he just laughs over the.
Well,
the
yeah,
thing.
because that's what you have to do. You make mistakes in the past, you
Yeah.
learn from it, and then you laugh about it.
Yeah, I agree. I agree that
It's just some people just can't handle that.
yeah, um, yeah, like a lot of people are. I agree. When it comes to like kind of like your beliefs, how like people like a lot of people are like sensitive somewhat. I do somewhat agree to that. I do believe
I
that.
feel especially like in America as well. Well,
I don't.
the only reason I say that is because the amount of videos I've seen of people in America being like this.
Yeah,
Like, I haven't seen videos outside of America. That's the only reason why I say there's a lot
because
happening in America.
one of the things is because America's freaking is popular, dude. America's popular. Like tons of the videos come from America because America's a happening place. But
It's a what?
it's a happening place.
What does that mean?
It, it means that like a lot of stuff is happening in America.
Oh,
That's what yeah, that's the saying. The saying is that it's a happening place. But there's a lot of stuff happening in America.
I mean, there's a lot of stuff happening everywhere.
Yeah,
Just in China.
but you know what? You're right. But like I think just America, I think, is very popular when it comes like with news outlets.
When it comes to shaming people.
And the fact that you say that, well, yeah, America does have its issues, but like you have to look at the other parts of the world too. It's like I'm sure.
Well, that's the thing. Like, I'm sure if I like decide to like search up, like, or not search up, but like if I actively try to find other videos from outside of America, I'm sure I would find any. But yeah,
But no,
I just love
you just decide to
seeing
shit
Americans.
on America. Yeah.
because it's just it's what do you call it? It's trending. It's trending to shit on America at the moment.
Yeah, America's always been trending. That's what makes it so popular. All our
Okay,
stupidity
I
stuff.
want to bring up a controversial thing here
Okay.
because you're an American.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, what year were you born again? I can't remember.
2000,
What year was 9/11?
2001.
Okay, so you're alive during 9/11. Well, barely.
Yes, I was a little baby.
But I feel that I saw a post on Reddit where it was under r/unpopular opinion, I think it's what it's called.
Mm-hmm.
But this person goes on and in my opinion makes a good point of how yes, 9/11 was a disaster and stuff. I agree with that stuff. But Americans make it out to be so much worse than what it actually was.
Okay.
Because in terms of, I think about like just under 3,000 people died in it. But if you look at what it caused in terms of Americans going after Middle East, and I don't know which parts of the Middle East, but certain parts of the Middle East, there's been a lot more deaths in that part, in like because of America in terms of what happened on 9/11. Do you know what I mean?
That there's been more deaths towards the enemy.
Well, the thing is, you guys call them the enemy, right? But it's like, it's the whole country isn't the enemy, or even like the whole area
No,
is
yeah,
not the
I
enemy.
agree that not the whole country's the enemy. I agree that there are some good people, but like we're talking about like we're talking about like the enemy, like the actual people. Like, aren't you
Yeah,
referring
but
to the actual like people who were behind
no, because
this?
there's been lots of civilian deaths from Americans, like bombing certain parts of
There was a lot of
the
civilian.
Middle East.
Okay, there was a lot.
Yeah, no, I'm not
Yeah,
saying
yeah,
that there
yeah.
wasn't a lot in America. Okay, I'm just saying, in comparison to the deaths in America, there've been a lot more civilian deaths within the Middle East than there were in 9/11.
All right.
So what I'm trying to say is that I feel that Americans, like, yes, it was a terrible tragedy, and you should still like mourn the deaths of people and all that, like, do it. But when you try to bring up like another disaster, let's say that another terrorist attack in a different part of the world, there'll always be this one American that will just be like, but 9/11 was worse or whatever.
Yes, of course. There's always gonna be that one person who.
But like, it's not also just that one person. There's lots of people. I feel
I feel like
like
there's a lot of people that actually do understand, considering that how dumb some people may be. I do believe that there's people who actually care about the situation at hand rather than looking back in the past. Like, I don't think that
I
a
also just
majority
realized
of
9/11 is older than me. Well, like the event of 9/11
people
is older than me.
is older than
So
you.
that's, yeah, because I was born 2002 and I'm 18
Oh
now.
my god, I thought you were born 2001. Yeah, that's right.
Damn, I'm not that old. Calm down.
Damn it. I just think that, yeah, 9/11 is a tragic thing because fucking they crashed like a bunch of planes into
A bunch of planes. They crashed 2 planes. Let's not get ahead of
no, they
ourselves.
crashed 3, didn't they? They crashed
I
3.
swear there was only 2.
There was 2 into the buildings and another one going to the Pentagon.
Oh yeah, okay. I'm not talking about the Pentagon
Okay,
attack.
well, it happened
'Cause
all at the same time, pretty much. Like,
Yeah, I know.
yeah.
But I've also heard conspiracy theories where it's like the Pentagon was actually not a target, because apparently when the cleanup crew was doing stuff, there was no like plane parts left anywhere. There was like no debris of plane parts. Apparently, I'm not saying it didn't happen. I'm just saying there's a conspiracy theory that states that they didn't attack the Pentagon, that the own American government did it, so they had another like extra reasonings to sway the American people to attack the Middle East.
Well,
Because that has happened before in the past in terms of wars. Like, I can't remember exactly certain parts, but I think when the UK wanted to get into China like ages ago, they stopped supplying like a certain type of drug, I think it was, that the Chinese people were using. So the Chinese people had to illegally get it from England, and then once the UK found out, they decided to go attack them like that.
Okay.
But yeah,
But
that's a whole nother story.
okay. Like, we should do like a conspiracy theory episode, shouldn't we?
Yeah, I'll need to find some. Don't worry, I'll do that for next episode.
Yeah, dude, we should do that next episode. I'll see.
Yeah.
I'll read up on some too.
Conspiracy Theories Part 1 coming out next week.
Yeah. We should do one on that, and we should also do another one with mythical creatures. Ooh.
I was thinking scary stories after that.
Ooh, that's okay. You know what? I like that better. Could do both. But no, yeah. Like, I just think that, like, the whole situation with dude, have you heard this? Have you heard the conspiracy theory of like of Bush, how he did 9/11?
Of Bush.
Yeah, George W. Bush.
The guy. Like, what do you mean by Bush?
As how a bush near the Eiffel Towers
Yeah.
pulled the trigger to 9/11.
I was like, how did a Bush
I'm sorry. I
do 9/11?
If I said this to an American, they would have been, oh yeah, Bush, but I forgot. Like, I need to specify who I'm talking about.
When was he in presidency though? Was he in?
Yeah, at that time he was president.
Oh, so was Obama after him?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Obama was after him.
I only remember Obama. I know I've lived through like 3 presidencies,
Yeah.
but like I only remember Obama and Donald Trump as being American presidents.
Who's George Washington?
I mean, in terms of me being alive.
Okay.
I know there's been like 50 odd presidents, whatever.
Yeah.
There's probably more than that.
Oh
actually,
yeah,
isn't
more
there?
than that. There's been 3 presidents of the whole living of the United States.
I feel like the most popular president would be Abraham Lincoln. In my opinion,
The most popular.
just based off like media.
I think now Donald Trump might be the most popular.
No, I feel that once he gets out of presidency, 10 years time they will have forgotten about him. Like, generally, the American people probably just want to completely forget what he's done to the country. And they'll probably, like, get rid of him in history books and stuff.
But I think a lot of people might still remember him for his stupidity. Like,
Okay, yeah, but in terms of, let's say, how long has Abraham Lincoln been dead for? Like, 200 years now?
dude,
Because he was 1800s, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, 1800s. I thought it was like 1700s.
No, because slavery was abolished in the 1800s.
Oh yeah, you're right.
So, let's say it's been just under 200 years, I think, since his death. People still remember him.
Yeah.
Do you think 200 years from now people remember Donald Trump? No way.
Are you sure? How much? Okay, you know what? I'm putting a bet down right now. This is going on the internet. Whoever watches this in 200 years, all right?
What, the internet will still exist 200 years from now?
Exactly.
It'll probably be the Matrix 200 years from now.
Whenever somebody finds this video through their ones and zeros, all right? You guys you have to contact us from the dead, all right? Or we might be in cryosleep. You never know. But nah, you don't think so? You don't think?
I want to die.
I don't want to live any longer.
I want to die.
But I mean, let us know. Put that in the comment section below. You futuristic peeps. All right. Do you remember the days Donald Trump was president?
And he didn't force people to wear a mask outside in the country and decided not to go on lockdown, and he called the disease a hoax because he thought China was trying to infiltrate the country.
The fuck? You remember those? Huh? God, you know what? I'm not gonna say. I was gonna say like, God, those people like who don't wear masks. I already said whole like 2 lectures about that in the previous podcast. So
Yeah.
I'm not gonna bring that back up again. But wear your mask, people. Wear your mask.
I just find it funny because I'm over here in New Zealand, just like I don't have to wear a mask. I'm free.
They don't.
I'm free.
Do they recommend it still? Do they still recommend it in New Zealand?
No.
No. They're like
Because there's no community transmitted cases. There's only been cases from outside of the country, which are all in isolation.
Okay. All right. I didn't know
So
if they
you
still
can freely go anywhere.
Okay. I didn't know if they like, still recommend like, hey, maybe just in case wear a mask, or if they have certain like areas where they still require you to wear a mask or something like that.
You can still wear a mask because like, but you don't have to. It's not like a But I know a lot of Asian people still wear masks, even when before the pandemic stuff. Like Asian people always have worn masks. I swear. Not being racially like
In
stereotypical,
like
but in
Japan and
terms
Tokyo.
of when I see people outside,
Yeah.
it's mostly Asian people that wear masks before the pandemic. Like even like 5 years ago, Asian people still wore masks
No,
out in public and stuff.
I agree because they were like hygienic wise. I mean, they're on top of it, man. I feel like they're on top.
I mean, unless you're in China, but because they produce the amount of like how much pollution in the world.
Oh yeah, I don't know, but goddamn, have you seen the how the was it like the smog or whatnot in certain areas?
I've been to India, so I know what dirty air looks like.
Oh. Okay, no, I just watched like a couple of documentaries and that took place in China, and like Jesus Christ, you see sometimes it's just
Wait, they allowed documentaries in China?
or like I guess footage like from China. Like,
Secret footage.
Secret footage.
Because I don't think the government allows you to, like, film their bad side.
Well,
Because they're a communist country.
yeah, but like I think for China, yeah, you might be right in the case of like it might be secret footage, but like I think like other places, I think they just like, hey, we're not comfortable with you filming or like
Yeah,
other
it's
people.
not your footage.
Yeah.
It's our footage. Communism.
God, everybody should just like have the same money, dude. Everybody should like live in the same house.
Honestly,
Everything should be
there's
the
some
same,
good
dude.
things. There's some good things about communism, but like the way they go about communism is really stupid.
Yeah. I want to feel like
I mean, there's
accomplished
there's
something.
flaws in everything. There's like flaws in capitalism. There's flaws in
Yeah, there's.
communism.
No, yeah, I agree. There is.
The only way we can get through is dictatorship. I mean, what?
I agree, 100%.
What?
Have you watched the movie The Dictator?
Oh yeah, I love that.
It's good one. It's a good movie.
My favorite part though is when he's in the helicopter, and he like talks about his 911 Porsche.
Oh yeah. I love that part. That's the
And the people, it's like 1, 2, 3.
people are like, ah!
If you haven't seen that movie and you're over 16, watch it.
If you're under 16, we still recommend you see the movie, but
But watch it online where your parents can't find you.
exactly. Wait, are we allowed to say that?
I mean, we're allowed to say it. It's whether people listen to us or not.
Exactly.
It's like us telling someone to jump off a bridge. You know, they do it. Can they really sue us? I mean, in America, they probably
Probably
can, but
because
over
we
here,
said it. Like we're telling people, hey, jump off a bridge.
But are we influencers?
We
Are we big enough to call ourselves online influencers?
fuck. Maybe we are. To all the little kids out there, we are. We're the
Well, the wee little children.
I swear, like the majority. I mean, okay, I'm not gonna talk bad about all you like 16 to like or 10 to 16-year-olds out there who watch our content. But
What did you say? A calendar?
accountant. I said accountant.
Accountant.
There are.
Yes, we have one of those because we can afford that.
We have like a fucking 10-year-old that's our accountant, making poor decisions with our money.
Putting us into debt.
Exactly. But no, like I swear, like isn't that like the majority? Because every time that I've like put out a video or something like that, like the people who usually that comment or leave likes on the video, they're usually young aged kids. Like they're usually.
It's because you play Fortnite. What do you expect?
I don't play Fortnite. It was one video, Brendan. It was one video.
Yeah, with a 4-year-old.
That'll probably look bad on me in the future. But
It depends what you said. I can't remember. It's been a while since I've seen that video.
it's been a while too. I better watch it back and delete it if I say anything
Should
bad.
probably privatize it.
Probably. No, just delete it. FBI can still find it.
Oh yeah, I forgot FBI exists.
Yeah.
I saw this meme on Reddit where it's like they're in like a middle of like a riot or something,
Uh-huh.
and this police officer in like full kit of gear puts his arms out like wide, and there's this protester coming out his arms wide,
Uh-huh.
and they're looking at each other. They look like they're about to like run into each other and hug each other.
Uh-huh.
And the caption was like when you and your FBI agent meet. Because apparently FBI, there's always one FBI agent for each person.
No,
in
yeah, that's
America.
that's a joke. That's a joke that. Well, I say
But
joke.
that doesn't make sense.
But,
Like, how
yeah.
can one person monitor your every move? Like, I guess online, yes, but not every move.
Oh yeah. There's no way. Like I'm
People are just
convinced.
too paranoid. You're convinced?
I'm I'm convinced that there's one person watching me. No, but I'm convinced that like there has to be like at least one person who probably just like looks at like I don't know what I'm trying to say. Hold on.
I don't even know what you're trying to say.
Let my brain work for a sec, okay?
You're Mexican, it's not supposed to.
Shit, you're right. Fuck. But no, there can't be like one FBI agent for everybody. For every.
Well, of course not. There's not enough people in the world for that.
Yeah, you're right.
Think about it logically.
How many people are
Also-
in America? And how many people? Like, just do 2 times 2 that, and then. It'll be fine.
I wanna say, you know, stuff about gun laws in America, how you're allowed to own a gun.
Yeah.
And it's like the reason you're allowed to own a gun is because if the government isn't suitable to looking after the fucking people or whatever, you can use your guns to fight back. But it's like, is this not a situation where you can use your guns to fight back?
The fuck are you? Wait, for like the whole rioting situations and whatnot.
Not just for the rioting, but in terms of your leadership right now.
Oh.
Like, there's so many people.
No, that's murder.
saying-
That's murder.
No, not necessarily kill the person, but to like,
Threaten.
what do you call it? Yeah, threaten the person. Because the whole point of you guys having guns in America is so that you can protect yourself if the government does something that's not ethical or whatever. I don't know
If-
what the
if
fucking
the-
Second Amendment is.
If the government thinks you're a threat, they're probably gonna shoot you.
I mean, yeah, they're gonna shoot you. But what are they gonna do? There's more civilians in America than there are like army people.
We don't want a bloodbath. That's not what we want.
I'm sure China would like it though, and so would Russia.
Dude, all the communist motherfuckers will like it.
I would like it, but I'm not.
Like I would like it, but I'm not gonna comment on that. It's like, okay.
No, I said I'm not a communist.
Oh, you're not. I thought you said I'm not gonna comment on that. Like you just fucking did.
If I said I wasn't gonna comment on it, I wouldn't have said that in the first place.
That's why it threw me off. I'm like, what the what? What? God, I think
It'd be funny. Okay, it wouldn't be funny, but in my eyes, just because I'm desensitized to shit.
yeah.
If I woke up the next morning seeing there was like a fucking massacre happening in America right now, where everyone's just at war.
I would probably be dead. Someone's gonna walk
What?
into my
You know how
house.
to use a gun?
I do, but I don't have one.
What do you mean? It's your right. You should have one.
Brandon, there's a whole process I have to go through in order to get one.
Well, I've just been told it's very easy to get a gun in America, so I just assumed everyone has it.
No, not everybody has a gun. There's people who are afraid of guns as well.
I mean, obviously, I'm afraid of fucking guns.
Fucking pussy.
No, I just don't want to shoot myself. I know that I'll be one of those guys who's just like, wait, my gun's not working, accidentally undo the safety and then shoot myself while looking down the barrel.
You know what? I'm sorry to say, but that's probably going to be, yeah, I can see that. That's probably going to be the case as soon as you hold a gun. Have you ever decided?
I've used a bow and arrow. I enjoy using those. Those are fun to use.
I bet somehow you're going to shoot yourself in the foot.
No, I'm actually really good with bow and arrows because I remember when we went to camp.
How old were
in,
you,
like
Brandon?
year 8. Was it year 8 or year 6?
Brandon,
So-
did you haven't used? Have you used one since? Yeah.
Does Wii Sports count?
I remember being really good at using a bow and arrow. It just cuts to you using a bow and arrow. You're looking at your instructor. You're like, "Good job, Brendan! Amazing job!" And the freaking arrow is like 2 feet in front of you, on the floor.
No, but I actually enjoy using a bow and arrow because
Brendan,
the power you feel behind it.
all
is
right,
so
bud.
cool.
Come back to me when you go use the bow and arrow, and then we'll talk. All right. Anyways,
I mean, I've used one before.
look, I could say I've shot a gun before because it was like last year. The end
when
of
you were
last year.
underage and holding a gun.
But I was at a shooting range.
What is the age restriction? Wait, what is the age restriction on a gun in America?
16, I think.
16.
I think that might have like gone up due to like gun laws.
Wait, so you can own a gun at 16, but you can't watch porn till you're 18, and you can't drink alcohol till you're 21.
I think so.
That system.
I think that I don't know if that's how it is. If that's how it
Surely
still
they don't allow
is.
school kids to actually get guns.
I know, like for a rifle, I think it's for a handgun. I think it's 21. I might be totally wrong. Like I feel.
I feel like you're wrong.
Yeah,
16 is way too young.
maybe it is 18. It is 18 for like a rifle, and then a handgun would be like 21. I believe that's more accurate.
I still feel that's too. I feel like in order to own a gun, you should be at least 25 with 5
Really?
years of training.
My
Especially with what people are like in America, you need training.
yeah, true.
I saw this fucking video. It was a video of this couple. I don't know if you saw it. You probably didn't because you have no social media. But
Yeah, you're right.
it's like a husband and his wife. I think I didn't read the whole story. I just saw the video, and it's like these protesters outside, and they come out with their guns.
Yes,
and
I've
the
seen
way
it.
the way the fucking wife is holding the gun,
I saw that.
so stupid.
It was like, they're just. I saw that. Like, what the hell is going on? That's scary.
It's scary because those guys don't look like they know how to use it and could easily just shoot
Yeah.
someone.
When you like come across someone who doesn't know how to use a gun and just
Like
thinks that
the way she was holding it as well. It's like as soon as she fired it, it felt like if she would have fired the gun, her hand, her wrist would literally like flick backwards and break.
Yeah.
Like
it's gonna be like one of those shooting videos where you see somebody like holding a pistol and they're like their stance and everything is so off, but then when they pull the trigger, they end up knocking themselves out 'cause
Yeah.
of the recoil.
I know she had like this tiny like James Bond type of pistol, but I don't know what the husband had.
The husband probably had like an M4.
Yeah, he had like this massive
M16
fucking
or
weapon on him. I don't know what those are, but sure.
I've been telling you, man. Like, you need to like get your update your
I need to
knowledge.
get my gun knowledge.
Yeah, you need to update
Why?
your gun knowledge because
I have no reason to
It's good to know.
anything about guns.
It's good to
Why?
know.
There's no guns in New Zealand unless you're like the armed police.
well, you never know, man. Maybe somebody might pull up to you with a gun. You need to know if it's real. You need to know if like what's it capable
I think
of.
a real gun is very easy to tell the difference between a fake and a real one.
Are you sure though? There's
Because
airsoft.
most fake ones have like the. Oh wait, okay. Airsoft guns are still dangerous though.
They are dangerous, but you, Brendan, that can injure you. The gun can kill you.
Can an airsoft kill you? I suppose if they shoot you in the right spot.
What? No, it cannot.
No, I'm sure if you get like shot in the
A
eye.
BB gun.
No, not an
A
eye.
BB gun can probably kill you. An airsoft.
Is that not an airsoft gun?
So airsoft, you have airsoft beads which are plastic.
Okay.
BB guns have metal. Like they actually. Is it actually?
Aren't they plastic too?
No,
I always thought they were the same.
no, they're different. My grandpa has a BB gun.
Ooh, gangster. Everyone gangster until he pulls up with the BB gun.
Bro, my grandpa shows up to the hood with his BB gun, bro.
And then they're just sitting there with their rocket launchers and Cornelius like, oh shit, he's got his BB gun out. We gotta back up.
Back up, bro. Bro, chill, bro, chill. No, my grandpa was actually ex police officer. He's retired, but
Oh, thank God. Otherwise, he'll be out there getting shat on by
Oh,
protesters.
yeah. I would feel horrible if that was him out there. I put accent.
Really?
I would feel
Well, I
horrible.
suppose if you're family,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's my
You,
family. I would
yeah,
feel
you would
horrible
step
if
in.
people were just like spitting at him and just talking shit to him.
I just find it funny. It's like, what do they accomplish by spitting on them? Wait, can't an officer arrest someone for spitting on them?
That's yeah. I think so. Like that's. I'm sure that goes down as like, not assault, but like
Assaulting an officer.
that wouldn't be assault. I mean, you're just spitting on them. But I'm sure like there.
I mean,
There might
it would
be
be
some
considered
charges.
assault with diseases going around.
Well, that's true. They're fucking spread corona. I still think that's like the whole rioting thing, the whole protesting,
The whole what?
the whole rioting,
Oh,
and,
rioting. I thought you said writing as in like
the whole writing
W-R-I-T-I-N-G.
thing. But the whole like protesting thing, like if you're gonna go protest, dude, like at least take into consideration the fact that corona is still the thing. Is like these.
Well, so I find it funny when people say they're peacefully protesting, but as soon as someone's not peacefully protesting, it's no longer protesting, it becomes rioting. Like, there's no such thing as just protesting, it's peacefully protesting.
Yeah, because you're
As soon as it's not that, it's not protesting.
like because you have those idiots who like just fucking loot. they just break into stuff and start looting. You have also those idiots who
Also, how is that the police fault? Like, what is looting the police fault? Like, how
yeah.
is that? I don't understand that.
Uh,
Why did people start looting? Unless they're just like the people that just scamming off people. I mean, not scamming. What do you call it?
The people like
Benefiting
like,
from people
the-
protesting.
yeah, like the looting does nothing. It's like all you're doing is just ruining other people's businesses.
Yeah, it's like the police don't give a shit about that. If anything, they're probably happy you're doing that so they can just enforce more of their enforcement. If that made sense.
They could put on their enforcement. Okay, that sounds a little weird. I'm not gonna. Sounds like rape. Never mind.
Get on the bed, putting on my enforcement stuff.
I'm gonna enforce
to be
myself
enforced.
onto you, baby. Mm.
Oh God, okay.
Someone's gonna
And
take
you said-
that clip
and
and then.
you were worried about creating a rapist while listening to us when you're already one. But okay.
So I was gonna clip that and then, now I'm gonna be in trouble. Please don't.
It's like you go in for a job interview. It's like your boss turns the computer around. It's like, what is this?
It just plays that clip. I don't know, sir.
I feel like jobs are in demand right now, though, aren't they? In terms of not people are losing jobs, but in terms of getting jobs that are being when you're not getting paid much is in demand.
Yeah,
If that makes sense.
yeah. Jobs are opening up. People.
Especially the police force in America. Have you seen how many people have left? I actually don't know. Have people left?
That's a good. I'm sure. Like a lot of policemen is like, I'm not gonna fucking work for this corrupt system. You know.
But it's like, what if their captain is a black man?
Well, it's racist.
Why?
Cause you're quitting because your leader's a black. I don't know. Your leader's a black man. I can't work for him. Well,
I feel like whether you say something positive about a race, it's still racism, in my opinion.
really?
Like, I sent out a tweet later. I sent out a tweet which you haven't seen because you don't have Twitter. But I sent out a tweet on my Twitter where it's like, we should just get rid of the term race and just start calling everyone humans.
Bruh. Bro, that's like a 13-year-old deep shit, dude. That's some.
Why is it 13-year-old?
Because the joke is that like there's fucking 13-year-old girls and boys who listen to fucking Billie Eilish and then they're like, well, holy shit, this shit's deep.
Wait, Billie Eilish said the same thing? Well, I'm confused by that.
Never mind. But like,
What?
yeah, a lot of people. I kind of agree with that. Like, yeah, a lot of people are like. The majority of people are racist. You know, I would say everybody's racist. Like, not sometimes not even intentional, but it's like sometimes like unintentionally.
Wait, there's definitely like black people that what is that
Oh.
term that I saw? Ethnic something. I can't remember what the term was, but it's basically this video of these two black women trying to force this white person to like punch them or whatever.
What?
And because then as soon as they got in the white people got into their car and started to leave the situation because it was getting quite hectic, and apparently the white girl that was there was pregnant. So they tried backing out the car, but then the black people stood behind the car while the car was backing up, and the term was ethnic intimidation.
Okay.
And they were backing up the car. The black people walked behind the car, and then they stopped the car, and then the black people said, "You just tried to run me over. This is racist, blah, blah, blah." And then the white people pulled a gun on them while they were recording and all that, and it just made it look as if the white person was being racist towards these black women in terms of... It was, I believe, the correct term was ethnic intimidation, where black people just trying to antagonize these white people to get them for racist, quote-unquote racist stuff towards them.
Screw those people who, like, turn everything to racism. Like if I accidentally shoved into someone trying to get into a tight spot, like, and then they're an African American, and they're like, hey, shove me because I'm black. Cause like, oh, fuck you. Like,
that was literally the reason though. Like that's the reason why they started antagonizing those white people. But it's like, and people wonder why some people don't like black people. Like, it's because as soon as they get a little bit of freedom, they start doing that. You know what I mean?
I'm not gonna say anything about that, but
okay, no, I'm not generalizing all black people.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, in terms of some people in the world, they just, as soon as they get like a little bit of confidence and freedom to be able to say that stuff to other people, and they know that they'll be backed up by it because everyone's on the Black Lives Matter trend and all that. Like I try to play FIFA, right? Well, I say I try. I play FIFA.
No. Keep it at try. Okay.
Every time I open up FIFA, though, there's always that Black Lives Matter sign that comes up. Oh. Every single fucking time.
There was that same thing in Apex and in COD.
Is it?
There was.
Okay, but it's still going on. Every time I open up my game, every time I try to play the game, it comes up with the message. And I understand that, yes, we should be saying all this shit and blah, blah, blah. But it's like, this is just getting hella annoying right now.
I think...
In my opinion.
Yeah. I think it's... I think it's a little... Yes, it is a little bit starting to get a little bit overdone. But I think it's also the fact that, like, a lot of people are like, oh, this is trending. We want to try and
we want to be popular.
Yeah, we want to be popular. We want to be on their side because a lot of people agree to this, and so we want to be on their side. And then that's why a lot of these companies are like, hey, let's advertise Black Lives Matter, and then let's do this and this.
It'd be funny if like KFC did an ad where it's like, hey, black people, we care about you. We know how much you love our chicken.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah.
No, but there was this. Wait. Before we finish, there was this. I still remember this one ad in Australia. This happened ages ago, and it's like, it's a KFC ad, and he's in this like, I think it was they had a rugby game in the ad, and it's like this one white person, but in a crowd of black people. He's the only white person in the middle thing. He picks up his KFC bucket, lifts it in the air, and then everyone likes him. And he's like the only white person. He's just surrounded by black people, and they're like all looking at him funny. He lifts up the KFC, and then everyone's like, I get you now.
Yeah, dog. It's part of the club, bruh.
It's so weird.
If you find that video, can you please send it to me? I would love to see it.
Okay.
But yeah, I think we'll end it here. Yeah. I'm sorry we went back to the whole Black Lives Matter thing.
No, I'm not sorry. We need to talk about this shit.
No, I was gonna say it's like
out of hand.
I was gonna say I'm sorry, but like I'm actually kind of glad that we did go back to it.
And we're talking about whatever we want to fucking say.
Yeah, you guys can't tell us what to talk about. Yeah, fuck it. I'm kidding. No, please support us, please.
Subscribe.
We're
like,
desperate.
Comment. What else can they do?
We need to make a Patreon fast. You need to donate. But no, yeah. Thank y'all so much for watching, and yeah, I think next podcast we should be live again.
Yeah. Next podcast will be live
All right.
on Tuesday, 2 p.m. New Zealand Standard
Yes,
Time.
and 9:00 Oceanic time.
9 o'clock what?
Oh, 9 p.m. Sorry. I
It's
forget.
like it's,
In my mind,
it's
I'm
like
like, oh,
before
people
20
should know this, but no, I'm like,
it's before 24-hour time event. You see like people like trying to set up times to get into a fight. They both say 9 o'clock. One ends up coming at 9 a.m. thinks the other guys didn't turn up. The guy turns up at 9 p.m. think the other guy didn't turn up.
has that been made in like a joke in the movie or?
There's been a joke like verbally. I've never seen it in a movie, but
God,
yeah.
they need to. That'll be a good joke. But no, yeah, thank y'all for watching again, and we'll talk to y'all next week. Okay, bye bye.
Bye bye.